time takes a stand. Gather round, let's ride. Feel the heat deep inside. Skull and tuck and roll, Jack. Hearts on fire, lead the pack. Skull and tuck and roll now. Loki will show you how. Feel the thunder wild and free. Unleash the flame for all to see.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to YouTube Talk here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning. I love that song. It's Skull and Tuck and Roll now because it's Hump Day. Yeah, it's a Hump Day. That's right. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day, and that means it's time for a little YouTube Talk here on Mornings of Mischief. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody out there doing? Jill Powers, the River Daughter. Good morning, Project Cambrian, Putin's Cat. What's up? What is up, Putin's Cat, Project Cambrian? Good morning, Henry Gambles. Penny. Good morning, Penny. It's so good to see you. Good morning, PJ over at Orbital Nation. What is up, brother? The little penguin sheriff, Punkwaddle. Good morning, Punkwaddle. The lady, Arwen Avalon. The mother of kittens, the breaker of porks, the master of Huta. Good morning, Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Gary Badger Sandwich Worthington. Happy birthday, dude. 1 week until your birthday. So that means your birthday is going to be on a YouTube Talk. God help me, I will do my very best to remember next week that it is your birthday. If I forget, happy birthday, my friend. I will do my very best not to forget. But if I forget, happy birthday. Pudgy, it's Wiggly Wednesday. Pudgy Wiggles. Waves, hugs, everyone. Good morning, Pudgy. I hope you've been having a good one, my little friend. My little furry friend. Pudgy, get the catapults ready, because we're going to send Pudgy into space. Good morning, Pudgy. Hopefully you are well. Yeah, the Hoota. That's right. What is up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see y'all. We got a $5 super chat right off the bat from Orbital Nation. Thank you, PJ. Thank you, brother. And it says, awesome to hear this positive message in the morning. Thank you, Loki. Well, we haven't started yet. So we're working on it. We're working to give you something positive this morning on this Wednesday on this YouTube Talk. But what, Loki, there's a lot of negativity out there on the YouTubes. There's a lot of negativity out there in the thing. How do you just going to take it and turn that? I'm talking about your own personal situation. Okay? I'm not talking about changing anything anybody else is doing. Whatever anybody else is doing, let them do that. Let them worry about their own thing. And that's a big thing. Let them worry about their own thing. Let content creators worry about their own content and their own stuff. Let them figure that out. You focus on what you want to do. Your job is not to change everything on the interwebs. Your job is to go out there and entertain and have a good time and make sure that your chat's going out there and having a good time. And sometimes that can be difficult, especially when you're down or something is bothering you. Especially when maybe you've lost a little bit of the confidence you had at some point and you're like, Loki, maybe people don't want to listen to me. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do want to listen to you. Maybe they do want to hear what you have to say. Maybe they do. Maybe you're just telling yourself that because maybe, you got that little negative bug and something's going on, and maybe you feel like, oh, I'm never going to get out of this basement that I feel like I'm in. Don't worry about the basement. Worry about everything else. When did we get to this? When did we get here? Doesn't matter if you're stuck at 700 or 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 or 2,250, which I was stuck at for a very long time. I was sitting there plateaued at 2,250. There are plateaus that happen and will happen while you're climbing. And what's funny, and this is the big thing, this is a big deal. What's funny is when certain content creators work their asses off to get somewhere, but it's not where they want to be. What the hell are you talking about, Loki? Okay, we'll tell you a story. You guys will love this. Some bitch will probably hate me after I tell you this, but oh well. So there's a guy that started doing the rounds. Boom, boom, boom. He's doing the rounds on these channels, right? He's doing the circuit, as I call it. All right. The circuit is when you get picked up and everybody wants you on because they want you to come on their show. So you're getting invited to all these different places and you're doing the circuit, right? And your channel's kind of going, but it's not going like you want it to. And you finally hit on something. Okay. You finally hit on something in the algorithm. Right? And you're like, oh, people like this. It's not what I wanted to do. It's not my focus. It's not what I wanted to focus on. It's not the thing I wanted to talk about, but people like it. So I'm going to throw everything into this thing because it's obviously resonating with audience A, even though I wanted audience B. So I'm going to throw all of my creativity, all of my presence, everything I have, and I'm going to go after audience A, but I really want audience B. And I'll find a way eventually to merge the two and get what I want. And after a while, they are not happy with what they have done to themselves. And find it exceedingly difficult to put anything out that resonates with audience B, which the audience they wanted in the first place, because audience A is watching their videos. And they're complaining because they can't get in audience B. You put all of your energy and all of your focus into what was hot at the time. And because of that, you got all these people watching your content. But you're not happy with that because though that's not the audience you wanted, but you got it. You got this. But when you really want this, and now you find it more and more difficult to do anything with audience B because nobody wants to watch your content. Because it's all audience A that watches your content and they're not interested in what B wants to watch. They wanted a whole bunch of subscribers. They wanted them fast. And they didn't care what they were doing as long as they were getting what they wanted. But then, once they got what they thought they wanted, they realized that shit. I totally blew it with this because nobody is interested in this when that was my real goal all along. But I got so caught up in getting numbers, playing the numbers game, working the algorithm, that I ended up stumbling over my own feet. And now I don't know what to do. And now I'm pissed because all audience A wants to hear me bitch about is this over here. You created that problem. It didn't just land in your lap. You created it because you didn't care where the interaction was coming from as long as you were getting interaction in the first place. What do you want, chat? What do you want? What do you want out there? Do you want to just chill out, listen to some videos, hang out and chat when a live stream happens? What do you want? My best video is 2 hours of silence for a movie I ran elsewhere. Go figure. Crazy things have happened. Crazy things happen every day. My most popular video is a watch video that apparently everybody hates, but everyone loves to watch. Don't ask me why. Everybody hates it, but everybody loves to watch it. And it was just us having fun watching, what was it? Forbidden Planet. I don't know why it's clearly labeled a watch along video. Hey, we get together and we're going to watch this movie. It's a panel video. It's got panelists watching a movie. I have no idea why it took off. No clue. Gary Bandish Sandwich Worthing, I do documentaries, so I'm not a popular tuber. You're doing what you want. It's more than could be said for this person I was just talking about that is absolutely pissed that they're in the situation that they're in because they wanted to do it as fast as possible. And you know what? You know what's crazy about it after that is the money. Well, why don't you just take the hit and move over what you're focused on? Yeah, you're going to take a hit, but eventually you'll have people come and watch your stuff. EBN did it. I watched Coach struggle with trying to figure out how to get them into more stuff. And he was like, Loki, every time I do anything that's not Star Wars, it's like nobody wants to see it. They fixed that problem. It took time. It took effort. But they fixed it. They moved over to a wider content base. But I know for a while it was frustrating. It was very difficult for them to do. But they did it. All this person has to do is push outside the boundaries that they box themselves in. The question is, why won't they? Money, attention, growth, whatever. It's funny, this push. It's like, you weren't good enough unless you do this, 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 and this. And then these same people get to a certain level where it's like, oh no. And boom, suddenly they're singing Mexican Iron Man's tune and I'm not this, that, or the other. Which Mike doesn't do because he's stuck. Mike does because he genuinely doesn't give a shit. It's a race. It's a cutthroat. It's knives out. It's all of these things and a rat race. And then when they finally realize that they're not getting what they want, it's just don't care anymore. We'll see how long we can go with it. Just don't care anymore. It sucks being on a panel talking about something you don't care about. Make yourself happy first, and that'll help you through the grind. Talk about things you care about. Talk about things you love. Talk about things you love that piss you off. Talk about there's so many things, so many cool things that you can talk about that you can have fun with. I absolutely hate Concord and Dustborn, but I love talking with culture about it. Why? Because we have a rhythm and a back and forth thing that I love burning stuff down with him. So it's fun. There is a fun aspect to that I enjoy, that I have fun with. If you're not having fun, something's wrong. I've been saying that for 5 years now. If you're not having fun, something's wrong. And there are people that argue that with me. Why would they argue that with you, Loki? Because it's a job. And there's a mission. And it's a contest. And it's a way to prove you're better. Unfortunately, for most of these people, they have never been popular with anything ever in their lives, and they have no idea how to be happy with what they have. So they end up backing themselves in these corners where it's like, we can't get out. We can't get out and do this and this and this because we backed ourselves into this corner. Well, that's your fault. You took one topic that you were like, oh my God, these numbers, these numbers and decided this is what you want to base everything you do off to. Low-key, I can't do another Disney thing about the next 5 Marvel movies. Then why did you focus on this in the first place? I can understand if you were talking about like, okay, I was reporting on Marvel movies before they absolutely positively went to shit. I could understand that. And you're like, man, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do a negative, but they're coming out with shit and yada, yada, yada. I can understand that. But if you base your entire existence off of negative Marvel films and now you're bitching that all you get is negative Marvel films, well, I have no pity for you. Big problem is once something works, everyone does it. So get dozens of the thing. Pudgy keep focused on working on audiobooks. Nice audience. People will come listen when they can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Focus on what you love. Focus on what you like. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on the things that bring you joy, that make you happy. I'm sorry. I can't do the whole stay ragey thing. I can't. Why? Because I'm a lot happier away from all that shit. Go back and listen to the first year of this show. Go back and listen to a week in 2020. Any week. I dare you. Go back and listen to any week in 2020. You're going to hear me yelling. You're going to hear me cussing. You're going to hear me pissed off. You're going to hear me meh. Why? Because I was angry and I was staying angry. And people were like, angry, low-key, angry, fire. And yeah, I can still be like that sometimes. But I don't want to be like that all the time. There are times to get angry and get mad and get upset. And there are times to go. Anyone that tells you otherwise is trying to get something from you. They want something from you. They want a certain reaction. They want money. They want you to go out and tell people that they're the only one that you need to be listening to, whatever. No one stays perpetually pissed off unless there's a problem and you are very unhappy in your life. I would much rather be happy. Talk about stuff that I love. I love gaming. I love talking gaming with culture. Speak of the devil and he pops up. Make videos about stuff that you love. Be yourself. Thanks for the shout out. I'm trying to get up. Love you, bro. I have fun doing that stuff. I enjoy myself. I enjoy talking about video games. Loki, why don't you talk about video games all the time? Because when I got into this, I was like, I don't want to turn my hobby into work. I've made that decision a couple of times in my life. I don't want to turn my hobby into work. Maybe that was the wrong decision. I don't know. Maybe maybe that was dumb. Who knows? But I don't want to just focus on games. That's a thing. I like playing games. I'll go live on my PS5 sometime. I'm working on getting OBS and all that back on Sparta so I can broadcast. Those are fun things that I like to do, that I like to share. Those are important to me. I don't want to shit all over it all the time and be angry. It's what the gaming industry pisses me off so bad. I want it to do good. I want it to keep going. I want it to evolve. Do you know how much evolution there is between the PS4 and the Xbox One and all that and this last generation, the PS5? You know, you think that there is. Oh, we've got, so many more teraflops and we've got so many more, such a faster hard drive and we've got blah, 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 and we've got this and we've got that. But really, they've gone backwards. They've gone backwards. They've shot themselves in the foot. They've chained themselves up. They've chained themselves to the gate and they're not going anywhere because they've stifled creativity. And you can do the same to yourself here in this space. You can do the same for yourself at work. You can do the same for yourself with what you do. Don't stifle yourself. Don't hold yourself back. And I think being perpetually angry, being pissed off all the time, That is just stifling yourself and holding yourself back. Screw that. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy myself. I want to have a good time. I want to sit down and play a good board game and have fun without worrying about they, them, other, blah, blah, blah. I want to sit down and play a video game without worrying about, oh, well, there is A gender and B gender. Wait a minute. There's what? There's what body form 1 and body form 2. I don't care about any of that. I just want to play a fun game. Why do you have to introduce all this bullshit into it? Oh, because that is what is expected of us today, Mr. Loki. No, it's not. That is what you are putting on yourselves. Just like what we're talking about when we say don't put all this bullshit on yourself. That's exactly what they're doing. And that's all you have to avoid. They have put it on themselves for it to be like this. You don't put it on yourself. Don't make that mistake. Don't think you can't get out of it either. That's another mistake. I put myself in this situation. And I can't get out, so I might as well just live in this situation. No, you absolutely can get out. Loki has a parental warning about the language. Enter at your own risk. Boom, right there. Right there. It's at the beginning of the show. You make your choices. You decide. Not anybody else. You do. You do. It's not about all that other crap. It's about what you do. It's about what you want. It's about what you care about. That's the thing. That's what stays. Not any of this other crap. You see it all the time. Once it gets locked into this cycle of shit, just break out of it. It's all you have to do. I understand you're scared. I understand it's like, but I've gotten this audience from blah 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 from watching me diss Disney or da 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 or blah 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 blah. It's your choice. It's your choice what you do. It's your choice what you talk about. Make it about what you love. Make it about what you care about. Fight the good fight because that's what you want to do. Not because you got pushed into it. Not because you got told to do it. Not because you saw some numbers go up on a damn screen. Do it because you enjoy it and it makes you, it kicks some ass and takes some names. If this is what you want, do it. And don't hold yourself back either. That's another thing. That is a huge other thing, is holding yourself back. Don't do that. There's no reason to. Life's too damn short. What Arwen says right here, life's too damn short. Do what makes you happy. Talk about what you want and have fun with it. Have fun. We do not know how much time we have. We do not know how much time we have here. We're on a clock, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a clock every single day. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen the day after that. Why are you going to be scared? I'd rather be angry than scared, personally. But I can't take too much angry. I can't do it. It's not good for me. It's not. I have to fight it. I have to. Because I'm not gonna deal with it like that. I'm not going to take it. Guys, give me just a minute. I can't believe I'm having to do this.
Loki's mornings full of tricks, Taco Tuesday never skips. Mexican Iron Man in his cape. Milks out the window, Mike escapes. Like the fires in Valhalla's hall. Skull and tuck and roll. Burn it down and keep it bright. Fires burning through the night. Mischief's here and tacos too. Iron Man, his balls are so blue. Valhalla's flames, they're burning you. Running wild in morning's glare. Secret women give Mike stares. Heroes rise and myths unfold. Mike's secrets never told. Keep the legends burning bright. Mischief dancing in the light. Raise your glass and toast with me to the tacos with Mikey. Mischief's here and tacos too. Iron Man with no say cuckoo. Valhalla's flames, they're burning bright. Raise your horns and fight the fight. Mexican Iron Man, he jumps so high. Through the window in the sky. Chasing dreams beyond the stars. He's got speed, he goes far. Mike likes milfs, it's no surprise. Husband chasing with fiery eyes. Every corner, every turn. For their love he'll always yearn. Mexican Iron Man flying free. Window jumping with great glee. Mike escapes, he finds a way. In this game he's here to stay. Every town and every street. Sneaky steps and stealthy feet. Milfs adore his daring style. Hearts are racing mile by mile. Mexican Iron Man never rests. In his heart he feels the jest. Adventures call him every night. With milfs he finds his flight.
Sorry about that. I don't know how many doorbells rings you heard, but yeah, so some little kid sitting there banging on my doorbell, wanting me to come to their Mormon church at some point. I didn't know we had Mormons in Texas. Nothing against Mormons if you are Mormons, but I thought kids were in school. It's Wednesday. It's September 4th. Why are kids not in school? We didn't hear no doorbells. Okay. Oh, because it was ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, Jesus. Mike is complaining to Loki about how much of a drag culture is for not inviting him on his 25K celebration stream. What? Mike was kidding. Mike was teasing culture. Yes, everybody danced to the Taco Tuesday fame with Mexican Iron Man. Oh. But what do you do? What do you do? I came back and I was like, you know what? I told you all something funny. Some little kid sitting there, ding dong ding. Excuse me, sir, would you like to come to our church and have a pamphlet for our church? And I'm like, go. Go. You're like the Undertaker. Rest in peace. Dun 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 dun. Mike can just not invite culture onto his 25K stream as a turnaround. But culture did invite him to the 25K celebration. He did. He would never leave Mikey out of anything. So he did. Mike just didn't check right or didn't look at it or whatever. It was on Mike. And he wanted to give culture a hard time, which is something Mike does. Okay? If you are a friend of Mexican Iron Man, you have to understand that Did Loki tombstone the kid? I thought about it. Very rarely has this show ever been interrupted like that. Usually people get the idea to stay away. It's too early in the morning to mess with people. I know I used to get told, no, you can't go out until like after 9 and knock on doors. You'll wake people up and piss them off. That's what I got told back in the day. I appreciate when people share something that brings them happiness, even if it was Scientology, which I would attend in a minute just to see the freak show. Wouldn't you like to be a fly in that building and see what the hell is going on? If you wear the Viking helmet, somebody might mistake him for Andre. That's true. That's true. That's true. No, I don't think I've ever done that on the show. Worn a Viking helmet. I don't know. I know I have one somewhere in a box or something. I don't know. I do believe that Mike can dish it out as well as he can jump out a window or something like that. Yes. Yes. He can take it too. Because we give him hell. We give him a hard time. Why? Because he's a good person and he cares about all of us. Yeah, 100%. Don't knock on anybody's door before 9 a.m. It's crazy. Exactly, Papa. Exactly. That's what I got told when I was growing up. You're not going out this early and knocking on people's doors. So, I don't know. Maybe he's enthusiastically bored and was like, I'll go over to that house. The wrong house. Did Mikey just prove he was a YouTuber by going live on his own channel to celebrate Culture's 25K? I'm sure he did. Mikey is a YouTuber. Mikey is a YouTuber. Whether he will ever admit it or not, we proved it. AI. We proved it last week. That he absolutely positively is a YouTuber. So. It's just YouTube's not what is most important to him. Well, then you could say Loki he is not a YouTuber. Only if you take the bad in what we've seen over the last 6 years. So there's a difference between being dedicated to what you're doing and being obsessed with what you're doing. Mikey's not obsessed with YouTube. Mikey's not obsessed to be guesting on other people's channels. Mikey's not obsessed with his own numbers or any bullshit like that. He's not. There are people that are dedicated. Culture. Casino is a dedicated individual. Snowdub is a dedicated individual, even though he's dedicated to going like 15 minutes late. He hits the start button 15 minutes behind schedule. He's dedicated to doing that, but he's dedicated. There are people that are dedicated, and then there are people who are obsessed. What we were talking about earlier with the Group A and Group B, obsession, total obsession. I want all of this. Okay, I deserve all of this. I need all of this. Why are you still doing this if you don't have the audience you were originally looking for? Money. That extra cash flow that I can get from it. But you don't say that when you're live. Well, of course not. I want them fuckers to keep sending me super chats. Wow. Person that said that to me probably right now is going, you son of a bitch. I didn't say your name. I'm not calling you out live. I'm just saying, if all you care about is money, just tell people that I do this for money. Just tell them I do that. I do this for your super chats, y'all. I do this for your subscription money. That extra income. It's nice. Just say that. Shit. If that's what's keeping you around. I'm a Texan too, Loki. In Piney Woods, East Texas. Well, we're in North Houston, Jill. So. And 6 throws out a $10 super sticker, and it's a Shiba Inu hugging a heart. Thank you, 6. Thank you so very much. That is very sweet of you. And that is very wonderful. And you guys keep the fires burning bright with you and PJ's super chat from earlier. We're going to give you to some toxic femininity for your super chats and your super stickers. Thank you so very much, guys. This one, if I can find it, God help me. There it is. Go! Pop Cotton says, now I take that back. You can knock on my door, but you better have cookies to sell. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, those little coconut ones with the caramel and the chocolate. Oh, those are so good. Those are so damn good. I can't eat none of that anymore. The mint patties, the peanut butter ones, and the caramel coconut chocolate. Oh, dude, I don't even like coconut. And Ironcaster, some cookies and MILF. We know what's on Ironcaster's mind this morning. Man, I just this morning downloaded a Conan audiobook. That's so cool. Man, there's so much good Conan stuff out there. There are movies, there's books, there's comics, there's games. There's so much good Conan stuff out there. Sometimes I think we're spoiled. And I think that they know that and they have been trying to take advantage. I really believe they have. They've been trying to take advantage. We'll just keep dipping into the same cookie jar, thinking we're going to pull out a handful of cookies that we can just hoard to ourselves and take from the gaming community, and that's not happening anymore. They're waking up. Current Conan comics are solid. Hell yeah, dude. I think I've got 1 through 9 or 1 through 10 version covers, all version covers. It's one of the few things I'm keep my eye on that and make sure I get one. What's a virgin cover, Loki? A virgin cover doesn't have anything on it besides the picture. So it doesn't have like Conan or like a label or anything like that. It doesn't have any graphics on it. It just has the art. That's it. It's plain. So that is what a virgin cover is. And those are the Conan I've been collecting, is the virgin covers of the new Conan. Because I enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy oddities that are different. There's nothing wrong with different. There's nothing wrong with different, and there's nothing wrong with trying something different. That's the main thing. That scares the shit out of people that have been around here for long enough. Because as soon as they see their numbers dip, they have a heart attack. Don't do that. Pull it down. Get rid of it. You're never gonna move into the field that you want to be in if you never change anything about what you do. Yeah, Loki, but we can try and test this or that or the other, or dip our toe in this. But if it's not, we don't get an immediate, huge response, then it's all been for nothing. Not true. Not true. You have to test the demographic of what your audience wants to watch. That's what you do. You put out things that you think they will like. Yeah, but if they don't like it, we gotta tear it down right away and get rid of it. No, you don't. Because you also have something called evergreen content. It's not just about something that's hot in the moment. Okay? It's not just about something that's hot. Just, oh man, I was 1 hour away from getting all the views in the world on it, but I waited 1 hour and I delayed, and now nobody wants to watch my video. Dude, do you realize how that sounds? If people are interested, they will watch it. If they will not, if they don't, we'll pivot. What do you mean, Loki? Pivot. Pivot. Okay? Come at it from a different angle. Use it differently in your video. Come at it from a different angle, pivot around, and figure out, well, maybe this was wrong, maybe this was wrong. Oh, Loki, maybe it was this or that or the other. Some people think it's all about the whole thing, the whole experience. Everything comes down to one thing, and that's what they see in the first second. It's that first second that keeps them tuned in. Do you believe that? I don't want to tell you. It's not the rock band music that keeps people coming back here day after day. I mean, we average over 1,000 people coming in and out of the door on a weekly basis. Not each and every show, weekly basis. That means through the week, we have about 1,000 people come through the door, in and out. What is there to I need to do this, that, or the other? I know almost all y'all. There's some people that have come in recently that I'm getting to know. Putin's caght. I've seen him the last couple of days. Jill Powers, the River daughter. She's been in and out of here the last couple of weeks. This guy shows up. He's crazy. Hey, Loki, you on the show today? We have some stuff to talk about, I think. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely I am. I'll be there. Valhallians assemble. I'm happy with the people that come in here and hang out in the morning. I'm not like, oh my God, I need to do this and this and this, or I'm a failure each and every morning. I come out here and I talk about the stuff I enjoy. I talk about the stuff to have fun with friends. Someone was not too happy that we did the Lord of the Rings stuff last week. But I tried to explain that the whole idea behind it was us getting together and laughing about it. Not raging, not pulling our hair out, not screaming at it, but laughing at it. About how horrible a job Amazon is doing. That's it. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to have fun. Now, I tried that once with Batwoman. Do you know what I did? After 3 or 4 episodes, I was like, I just can't watch this shit. I just can't watch it. I can't. I tapped out. It was that bad. Do I think that Batwoman's worse than Lord of the Rings? I think it was made worse. They made it worse, but I think that Lord of the Rings is more disrespectful to everything that came before it. The Rings of Power is more disrespectful. They were already doing this in the comics. We already knew they were doing stupid shit in the comics. So they just did something even dumber in the show. But it was just that bad. It was so poorly made that I couldn't. At least Rangs is just cheaply made instead of poorly made, if you know what I mean. They're cheap. I think a lot of it is AI telling the story. I think that whatever writers they have are using AI to tell this story, and that's why we've gotten these weird similarities. Or they're just copying and pasting, which is just lazy. No matter what, it's lazy. There are a lot of people that have argued with me about the Alien review I did for Alien Romulus. Do you want to know why I didn't like the end of the movie? It was lazy. They were picking things from every other movie. Even the "Get Away From Her, You Bitch." They plucked it up and took it and used it. That's not an homage. It's just lazy. I can't think of something cool to put here and say, so I'll just take something from a previous movie and use it. To me, that's lazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you disagree with my critique of the movie, but that's how I see it. I don't like lazy. So I definitely don't like people that expect to come on here, put up one video, and think that they're going to be everything. Hey, Loki, greetings from East Coast. Yes, to get to a place you've never been, you have to do something you've never done. Leveling up, you have to let go. So go for it with all you got. Lee Fist got it. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. You got to go for it. You got to put yourself out there and you got to go for it. You can't be afraid. And you can't be afraid of failure either. But Loki, I don't want to put up a video that only gets 300 views. Think about the people that put up videos that only get like 5 or 10 views. You're like a monument for those people. Yeah, but I want these people to think I'm the best. There's your problem. Maybe that's your problem, is you're too focused on this instead of this. Zombie Box Review with a 20-pound super chat. What is up, brother? He said, you, Mim, and CC form the foundation of this community. You all motivate me with your willingness to assist everyone, no matter how big their channel is. The bonds of community and friendship will always outweigh fame and status. Thank you, ZBR. I don't know if I'm worthy of being in that class, but thank you for saying that. It means everything to me. To be put in that same level of people as Mike and Culture. There are people that think that Mike is some like crazy blah blah. They don't know the real Mike, and I don't think they ever will, because I don't think he's ever going to show them. If there's one thing I have learned over the past 5 years of knowing the man, is that he doesn't put himself out there quite like he used to. It's all power stance, can't hurt me, Mexican Iron Man. Inside, Mikey is a wonderful person. And he's one of the best of us, and he cares about everybody around him. He cares about everybody around him. He cares about the things that happen to us. We had a long talk. Me and Mike had a long talk after we lost someone that was a real good friend of ours. And he was like, you can't leave before I do. Because I had talked about it. I was like, man, this hurts. And I just have to understand that, you know, no matter what we do, we're gonna experience that no matter what we do. If we put ourselves out there at all in life, we are going to lose people. There will be people that will be missed, that will love, that will care about, that will be friends with, that will be brothers or sisters or whatever with. That's just part of it. And even that negative can be turned into a positive because you honor who they were and you honor their memory. And how do you do that? By talking about how wonderful they were, by remembering them. That is how you honor their memory, is by remembering them. I'll tell you something about that cold-hearted Mexican Iron Man. He gets up every morning, and he almost every single morning, unless he didn't wash it the day before, which he usually is very on the top of, he drinks out of an Admiral Doom coffee mug that he has. Now, Admiral Doom, we lost Doom 4 years ago. But he's still got his coffee mug, and he still drinks out of it almost every single morning. That is Mikey's way of saying, we love you, brother, and you are remembered. So even those things can be turned into a positive I miss Clobby. I miss Clobby. We made a new intro for the Clobbering Times Comic Book Roundtable, which is what the show is called now, because we love Clobby and we miss Clobby. Made a new intro, made sure to have a lot of the stuff Clobby loved. Clobby gets shout outs in the music. Clobby gets shout outs on the screen. Because we love Clobby. And it's our way of saying we love you, brother, and we're not going to forget you. We've lost a lot of good people. And the best thing we can do is honor their memory and hold on to their memory and love them. That's the best thing we can do. So even that negative can be turned into a positive. I'd much rather have my friend back. I'd much rather be able to call him up and be like, you won't believe what happened, blah, blah, blah. But I can't have that. So what I can have is honoring his memory. That's right, Clobbering Times is honoring his memory. And Tron. No one had a better smile than Tron. So what do? We deal with it. Why? Because I'd much rather be surrounded by all of you that are family to me. I'd much rather spend my time with you than have never known you, because that's the real thing. Bad is just as bad as not putting yourself out there because you don't want to take the risk. You will end up alone with nothing, with no one. And that's not even a reason to do it. The reason to do it is to make this bigger, to make your heart bigger, to learn to love, learn to care about other people. I want to tell you something. This little lady right here, I absolutely love to death. 5 minutes of listening to her shits and giggles, and I'm like, holy shit. Well, my day just got better. Listen to this little lady right here. When she's pissed, gentlemen, do not piss off this woman in any way, shape, or form. Don't piss this one off. You don't want to. This one is always making the panties drop. Left, right, center, every which way possible is making the panties drop.
Bikini drawers on fire in the club, all wire. Turn up all desire, higher and higher. Drop the beat, let's go. Feel the rhythm flow. Panties hit the floor. Give me more, more, more.
Oh shit. Oh, I love the fact that I can just do that with the press of a button now. Snowed up with the $5 super chat for almost 6 years. My Dobie Crowley reminded me every night at 9 that it was time for his walk. It's been weird not having that anymore. Rest in peace, Crowley. You have, and this sucks, and this hurts, and this is something that you have to deal with. But you have the opportunity to make new memories with Trinity. And it won't be the same, but it'll be those new memories with Trinity. You have more of an opportunity to make different memories with Trinity. Sometimes it's almost like you're like, I don't want to, because I missed this one. Yeah, I know. And thank you, brother, so very much for your $5 super chat. This one is just for you, bro. A little skull and tuck and roll. Makani has us all dancing. That's right. That's right. Culture knows what's up. Do. That came out so perfect. It was like boom. It just fed it to me. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I wanted to say, and let's go. And it was just like, there you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cardio again? Yeah. I love Mac. We tease Mac all the time because we love him. We care so much about him. And he's going to be coming up next as soon as this show is over. Which will be in just a minute. Trinity is a brat, but I started to walk her now. They usually are. They need to be shown the way. I remember my dog Bear, my dad could not walk him. Bear would walk him, not the other way around. And I'm like, you can't do that. You know, and he used to, son, the dog, and I'm like, no. And I got up on his chain, and yes, he did have a chain leash because other leashes would snap. He didn't have a chain collar. He had a collar. He had a thick ass leather collar, but I had to have a chain leash because other leashes would snap. So I'd have him, and I'd walk him beside me, and I just had to show him, hey, you need to walk beside me, not in front of me, not lead me, not going this way, that way, trying to pull, trying to get to something. No, you're going to stand here and you're going to walk beside me. Eventually, he got it. Eventually, he figured it out, but I had to do that. Sometimes things don't always work out the way we expect them to, but they work out. So, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to send you over to Makani's. I got to pull that up, too. So, because I got to redirect you over there. He's probably over there steaming, talking crap that I played the panty dropping music. But we love you, Makani. And God help us. Upcoming. There it is. There it is. Concord and oh my God. Yep. There we go. Rest in peace, Concord. Rest in peace, Concord. Holy crap. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure we'll be talking about that on That Game Place later today as well. Because, yeah, what a dumpster fire for Sony. You know they only made $1 million on a $200 million game? You want to talk about failure? That goes beyond any failure the movie industry has suffered. $200 million, and they only made $1 million in return. It's a $200 million boondoggle. I'm sure you'll hear it on That Game Place later today. Make sure you come and hang out with us. We'll be over there at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Y'all have a great morning and a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday for YouTube Talk.
These videos are tremendous. Like.
No, you don't get away with that, Squeaka. Squeaka Mouse at the very end of the show with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, so very much. You guys keep the fires burning bright. I'm not kidding. You keep the lights on in the studio. You keep the equipment running. You keep. I just had to redo all the water system, and not the system, but all the water in Sparta. I couldn't do that without the liquid, and without the pump, and without all the stuff I need to do that. You guys keep the lights on, and you guys keep the equipment running here. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you, Loki and Valhalla. Thank you, Squeak and Mouse. Keep kicking butt. Keep kicking butt. Keep taking names. You guys are absolutely excellent. And we will see you later today over at That Game Place.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.